If you ask yourself these 30 questions every day, your life could completely change in 30 days. Ready? Successful people don't just find answers, they ask better questions. Let's start. 1. What matters most to me in my life? For example, how important is living a true and honest life, an authentic life? 2. Am I taking anything for granted? Are you taking things for granted? Be careful. Doing so not only makes you less likable, it also stops you from being grateful to others. 3. What would I do with my life if there were no limits? This question allows you to realize who you would truly want to be if there were no barriers in life. By answering sincerely, you become aware of the truth of who you really are. 4. How important is my own happiness? Experiencing happiness is important for our emotional and physical health. A positive feeling is a good feeling. 5. What's the one everyday thing that makes me smile? This is a wide-ranging question, one that elicits all sorts of answers, anything from seeing a happy baby or enjoying a walk on the beach, to simply appreciating the aroma of freshly ground coffee. 6. What are the main components of a happy life? Happiness is a mindset. Love, gratitude, forgiveness, and faith could be considered among the key components of a happy life. 7. Have I found my life's purpose yet? Knowing your purpose in life can leave you happier, healthier, and more fulfilled. 8. What is my greatest challenges? Sometimes the greatest challenge facing an individual is belief in oneself. 9. What's the next big step I need to take? Focusing on personal growth often helps you identify the most rewarding way forward. 10. Am I putting enough effort into my relationship? You should always put major effort into a relationship. Anything less and your disinterest will eventually show. 11. What type of friend do I want to be? Everyone needs friends, but based on your personality you might need a certain type of friend. 12. Am I a good example for those around me? The answer to this question largely depends on how you see yourself. In other words, our values, behaviors, aspirations, and feelings also have an effect on how others view us. 13. Do I embrace or avoid how I am feeling? This question relates to the strength of emotional awareness. It's always best to embrace negative feelings and learn from them to improve your future. 14. Is crying a sign of weakness or strength? Crying is a natural and healthy response to emotional experiences. And emotion is not synonymous with weakness. In fact, weeping is a sign of strength because it is a demonstration of a completely comfortable relationship with the self. 15. What relaxes me when I'm feeling stressed? This is all about self-improvement. For instance, almost any form of physical activity can act as a stress reliever. 16. What type of employee am I? Not all of us enjoy what we do. But a job is a job, and not everyone has one. So rather than bemoan the 9 to 5 as a negative aspect of life, embrace it as a positive element of your lifestyle. 17. How do I define success? Practice how you define success by considering your greatest achievements and how they have empowered you personally and financially. 18. What makes me proud of my work? Taking pride in your work generally means you feel satisfied with your contribution to your job. For example, seeing new ideas you put forward being implemented. 19. What's the best part of being me? Do you have a good relationship with yourself? This question is all about self-love. Sometimes the best company you can keep is your own. 20. I enjoy my own company because. A common response to this question is that a person can learn how to be independent and thus expect less from other people. But this is not to be too self-absorbed or antisocial. 21. What are my top personal values? Your values form a significant part of your personal identity. Take time out and list your top 5. Doing so helps to prioritize what is important to you and what you want to spend your time and energy on. 22. What gets me excited about life? Getting a kick out of living may mean for some arriving at solutions, or trying something new. On the other hand, it could be career growth or finally meeting the one. 23. Is there such a thing as perfect? The idea of perfection is so subjective it's almost impossible to quantify. But while serving as a useful motivator, striving for perfection can also expose our flaws and make us a better person. 24. Which is worse, failing or never trying? English poet Alfred Lord Tennyson once wrote, "'Tis better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all." Go figure. 25. If I could talk to my younger self, I would say. Hindsight is a wonderful thing, eh? But if you want to be the best version of yourself in the present, sometimes it's worth dwelling on the past. For example, have you fulfilled the dreams and aspirations you had? If you're still doing your best, just like you did when things got tough, then chances are your younger self would be proud. 26. Am I a better person today than I was a year ago? This depends on whether you've carried into the future your best qualities from the past and improved upon them. 27. When did I last step out of my comfort zone? Stepping out of your comfort zone ordinarily means learning new things, meeting new people, seeing new places, and trying new experiences. But they may not all be positive encounters. So, are you brave enough to risk being uncomfortable? 28. What worries me most about the future? Asking the right questions and getting the right answers can help steer you forward. But the future can be an unpredictable place. Decide how you want your future to look like, and aim to make it happen. 29. What would my ideal day look like in 5 years? Write down how you envision your life looking like in 5 years. Compile an imaginary diary entry for one day 60 months from today. Keep it safe and, on arrival, compare notes. 30. What habits will my future self appreciate? Deciding on lifestyle choices now is a good way of making them happen later.